4, 3, 2, 1, go. Hey guys, Ranchin here, bringing you all another of commentary. This is going to be the final match of the Group G, Ro32 in the innate MSL. We're going to have Hyuk duking it out against Zero on Fighting Spirit rematch. We're going to have Zero at the low right-hand position as the orange zerg. That is the 5 o'clock in the upper left-hand position. That is the 11 o'clock, the blue zerg. Hyuk! Fight! Bring it on, man. Zero definitely underestimating Hyuk in the first set, and now he was going to want revenge. Honestly, if Hyuk gets out of this, it's going to be the first time in his career that he gets himself into a round of 16 in an individual tournament. And it's going to be Zero's worst run in the MSL so far. Last season was quarterfinals. Season before that was semifinals. So here, he at least has to get himself in a round of 16. But Hyuk just might be the brick wall that's in his way. You don't know. You never know. Zero is a fairly proficient ZVZ player. Not the best. And it's not his best matchup, but it's still fairly proficient in this matchup, especially when it wants to be. And lately, ZVZ is Hyuk's bread and butter, so I don't really know where to place him. I think if this game kind of takes a turn like the 4th game where they are forced to go in, defilers, taking up, things like that, because that is what Zero is going to force on Hyuk if this becomes a long game. But I honestly don't know. I'm not quite sure whether I trust Hyuk with the defiler. I don't think I've ever even seen Hyuk with it. I probably have, but just the memory was so bad that I just wanted to forget. I just wanted to fall asleep and never wake up again after seeing Hyuk show us his defiler play. Zero gonna go for 12 hatch, 12 pool. I'm sorry. Apparently, while Hyuk's gonna go for 12 hatch. We're gonna see how this works out for him. This is of course a 12 against 12. Pretty sure that was a 12 pull anyway. And he's going to add his extractor fairly soon afterwards. If this is indeed what I think it is, then it is a little bit of a build over win. It is a 4-player map, fairly long distance to travel between. So Hyuk is going to be advantage-wise. He's going to have his spawning pool not too late behind. He's going to be adding an extractor too. He's going to have zerglings in time. Zero's going to follow this up again, his own expansion up. So the builds are very close, but Hyuk's going to be able to react fairly soon. As soon as those zerglings are in his base, he's going to pop his own. So he should be able to defend fairly well. It's all going to come down to really how Zero plays this, I believe. Whether he can still manage to do enough damage. And if he doesn't, then Hyuk is going to have an economic advantage because he gets his natural expansion up earlier. He's getting a little bit behind in gas. But overall, still going to be in a fairly good position. Spawning pool almost up. All Zerglings should be popping any minutes. There we go. They're going to be starting to run across. Go put on some pressure. Go Lings. Hyuk's own Lings should be up fairly soon, and there should be enough out in enough time to help him defend. 5 Zerglings from what I see. There should be a 5th one coming in. There's an Overlord now for Hyuk, going to be spotting this for him. All the Zerglings run across. And of course, Zero has no idea. He knows that Hyuk is not the upper right hand. However, just through the positioning of the Overlord, he's going to know that Hyuk is at the upper left hand position. So because Hyuk's came across the map and Zero scouted up at the upper right, he's going to know that Hyuk is across. Sending apparently one single Zergling to the lower left just in case. Hyuk's, meanwhile, just has his own Zerglings out in time. There is going to be an early lair for Zero. So I think this is all going to come down to that. Whether he manages to take advantage of having that slightly earlier air. Whether he's going to be able to get those Mullers up just in time before Hyuk gets his going. Not really sure. I think the longer this stays in equal position, if Zero doesn't really do any damage to Hyuk, Hyuk's just going to be able to have he's going to have economic superiority. Stumbled over myself there a little bit, but he's going to have economic superiority. You're going to be able to go for this. Zero has speed as Zerg, so he might be thinking of going for attack. It has some speed. Doesn't I think it's about equal numbers of forces, but he's just thinking of going for something. At the very least, he's going to try to pick up the drone, not quite be successful. Just taking some random hits on the hatchery. Just doesn't want to get surrounded. Try to do some damage. Trying to just force Hyuk out of position so he can try to go run for the main, because if he gets enough drones, he's definitely going to be in a good enough position. He has to find a position to take advantage of. Let's see. Hyuk has his Spire going up on the way, and oh my. Actually, Zero Spire quite a bit behind. So despite gaining an earlier gas, he used that in speed, of course. So his lair and Spire was a little bit behind. Hyuk now has his own speed for his own Zerglings out. Zero at the very least trying to sneak some forces by just to get inside of the main, trying to pick up a drone or two. Not being allowed to be successful. Meanwhile, going to put down a second colony inside of his natural expansion just in case. Interesting enough that Zero's actually playing a little bit defensively at this point, expecting a ground attack from Hyuk, because that is what happened last time. He doesn't want to allow that to happen. Last time he was expecting to Hyuk to follow up and follow him and go tech up. Go having the Mutalisk. Instead, Hyuk just got a huge number of Zerglings and went in and busted him. And that just did not turn out. I think he actually might have had a Sunken in that game too. My memory kind of slips me at this very second. I did commentate that game yesterday, so my details aren't the sharpest. But I think this game it could turn out into a fairly long, drawn-out game, unless there's going to be a significant battle that one player just wins or one player manages to do a significant amount of economic damage to the other. Zero is going to be able to sneak 2 Zerglings by, I think, past those Zerglings and up the ramp, so he's going to maybe take that one single drone. But he's definitely going to get a scout, definitely going to spot the Spire, definitely going to spot the Mutas popping. Well, not full Mutas, some Zerglings. On the opposite side, Hyuk thinking for attack, but there's that Sunken Colony is at the front, so he's going to at least help him out. Zero has lost one Zerg, meanwhile has taken out a drone. Hyuk meanwhile is going to go for this full attack. Drone's being pulled off the line. There's one Sunken Colony still alive. Drone's on the Zerglings on the ground, still alive. And I think, Zero is going to come on top. Far more Zerglings. Hyuk committing a little bit too much. Also getting some Scourge in the air, but definitely committed a little bit too much. Those drones were helping in the fight alongside. Not taking out that Sunken Colony. He had needed to take out the Sunken Colony the minute he started attacking. The Sunken Colony should have been his first target. That, or, he does not want to sacrifice his entire force doing that. He needed to have done some significant damage. He didn't. Took out a drone, took out a couple of drones alongside that attack, I feel, but he lost far too many attacking. For Zero, meanwhile, not going to have Mutas in the air. On the opposite side, Hyuk actually has Scourge ready to intercept, and some Mutas alongside as well. He's not really going to be able to build up his ground force. Both players have their second gas mining, so Zero has just been playing a little bit more heads up, and definitely that attack, deciding to go offensively on the ground, definitely come and help him out here. Meanwhile, just going to pick off a random Overlord. Well, no Overlord is random. There is no such thing. Each Overlord is its unique snowflake that goes like this. Whatever it is that their sound they're making, I can't quite do it as well as the funny Korean stand-up guy that does those sounds so well. Zero apparently going for another attack. Oh, he might have actually been able to pick off that one single drone at the very least. He's going to unfortunately lose a Mutalist by not paying attention to those Scourge, but deciding could have actually picked off a drone, but deciding to try to save as many Zerglings as he can, not to sacrifice them to those Mutas. Has some Zerglings alongside his Mutalist on the ground, alongside gains some Scourge too. I say alongside a lot. I've noticed that now. Well, not just right now, but it's become a habit the last few months, last half year, I don't know, just somehow it happened. I'm sorry. Hyuk actually not mining his second gas now at the moment, interestingly enough, just having enough gas, but I'm probably focusing a little bit more on Scourge for now. Also trying to get his ground forces up a little bit, not really using his Larva much, though. Zerglings now, Zero actually thinking of going for the attack, has some Scourge in to support himself. Zerglings attacking Zerglings, he is going to come down the ground, come on top of the ground, but has a lot of Scourge coming in as well, is going to retreat a little bit. At least trying to pick off some drones and try to run to the main. Keep Hyuk's attention divided here. Going to engage another aerial battle, but there's a drone there on this. So they might actually be taking some hits he doesn't want, but actually I think he has a superior number of Mutalists in the air, and he does, and he comes out completely on top. Is going to lose the Zerglings on the ground, but he's just going to be able to completely massacre this position, do a lot of damage with his Mutalists, pick off all the Mutalists in the air, just piecemeal. Going to be able 2 more Mutalists to try to engage him, but I think he's just going to be able to do this fairly well, micro this around. He has a lot more Mutalists, even more reinforcement coming in. Now GG coming in from Hyuk. And Zero advances. So Cal and Zero, arguably the favorites of the group. No upsets, despite Hyuk beating Zero in the first set. We're not going to see Hyuk. Probably the best group you could have gotten, really. But not managing to come out on top against Cal and not managing to beat Zero twice. So yet again, he gets into round 32 and is getting knocked out. So back to the drawing board, man. Go practice again. Go get your other matchups going and keep it up in the Pro League. We're going to see what you manage to do, boy. But Cal and Zero out in Group G. So not only one group left in the round 32. And that's next. GG guys, wrenching out. Thanks for listening. Hope you enjoyed.